Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You asked for this and I delivered, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make this princess dart dress with gathered waistline. So sit back, relax, and let's get straight into today's tutorial. So first thing I'm going to do is to draw a border line on my paper like I always do. So I'm going to draw a 1-inch border line at the top here and 1-inch border line also here. Now I'm going to divide my bust measurement by 4, and then whatever I get, I'll just mark it down to locate the armhole. Now find the midpoint from here to here and divide it by 2. So now this is our neck level, this is our across chest level, and this is our armhole. Now measure your half length measurement, that is from your shoulder to somewhere a little bit above your belly button. Mine is 16 inches, so I'm going to measure 16 inches down. So this will be my waist. Now from here measure 9 inches down. So yeah, this will be my hip line. On the armhole line here, I'm going to measure my bust. So what's your bust? My own bust is 36. I'm going to divide that by 4, and then I'm going to mark that here. After dividing by 4, you can add like ½ inch to it if you want. So just to give it a bit of ease. So bust divided by 4 and then add ½ inch to it and mark it. And this is my bust marked here. Now for the waist, divide your waist also by 4, then you add 1 inch to it for that. So my waist is 28 inches. I'll divide it by 4 and then I'll add 1 inch. And then on the hip line, we'll do the same. What's your hip measurement? My hip is 38. I divide by 4 and then I'll also mark it here. And then we connect all points. So connect this to this, this to this. Now at the top right here, that is this neck level here, measure 1.5 inches down and then mark it. Now on this same neck level, measure your neck measurement, divide it by 5. My own neck measurement is 13 inches, so I'll divide that by 5 and mark it here. Now measure 5 inches from here, make sure it connects here. So you just place your tape measure like this, and then wherever 5 inches gets to here, you mark it and then you just draw a line to that point. So I said 5 inches because most people's shoulder line is always 5 inches, but if yours is wider than that, just mark whatever it is and mark it here. So now right at the across chest here, just measure your across chest, and you can see how to measure it in the picture. Then divide it by 2. My own across chest is 14 inches, so I'll divide that by 2 and mark it. And now we'll draw our armhole. So just place your French curve and draw this in a way from here, let this touch here and then touch the shoulder here. So and now for the dart intake, so if you're a bit smaller, measure 3.5 inches in. If you're like bigger, a bit bigger, measure 4 inches. So yeah, this is my dart right here. Now remember we added 1 inch to our waist measurement earlier, so that 1 inch will now measure it here. So ½ inch out here, ½ inch out here. Then at the armhole line here, measure 1.5 inches down. So whatever you mark, you just connect from here to that place, from here to here, and you have your dart leg connected. Now to connect the lower dart leg, from your waist to your hip, measure what you have, divide it by 2, and then just mark a line at that point. And this is it here. So I'm just going to mark this from here, here, from here, here. And now we are almost done. So for the design at the hem, just decide how you want to draw yours. For me, I'll just measure maybe 3 inches up, and then I'll mark that. And then from there, I'll just draw a curved line from here to my hip. So you can either draw a curved line or maybe like a straight line, depending on how you want the design to be. So now for the neckline, come back to the top at the shoulder line here, maybe chop off about maybe 3 inches. Let's chop off 3 inches to have a small shoulder. So chop off 3 inches from here in. So yeah, this is it. So from here, measure 3 inches down, and then just place your French curve and draw a canoe neckline. So draw a curve to get a canoe neckline. Now we are going to clean this part here, this line here, we'll just clean it up. Then locate the middle of your shoulder here. Remember, everything here is no longer needed. So locate the middle of here to here. So if this is it, so just draw a line from here to that point, so to get your princess line. So yeah, this completes it. This is our front pattern. So everything we have here, you can get another paper and go and trace everything. Go and trace it on a new piece of paper, but don't trace this part here. You see why later. So don't trace this one, but trace everything we have, and including the jacks. And now this is it. So these are the parts I said don't mark, this one and this one. Now the reason why I said that is because for the front, that remember I said measure down 1.5 inches. So for the back, we'll not do that. So we'll just connect our that leg straight from here up and straight from here up, and that's it. So let me just do that. And for the final thing, find the midpoint of your shoulder like we did for the front. This is it. And then just draw a line from your that point here to that point. And yeah, that's it. We are done. Now all you have to do is to just add your allowance, 1/4 inch at the neckline, 1/2 inch at the shoulders, 1/2 inch at the armhole, 1 inch at the side, 1/2 inch at the hem, and then you do the same also for the front. And then you cut out, so you slice the panels into two. So this will be the center back, side back, and side front, center front. So you got the dress. So zip allowance, this part here will be known as the zip allowance of your pattern. And then for the front, this one you're not using it for anything. So when you want to cut on your fabric, just fold the border line here. And basically that's all of that. So I'm just going to cut it out now, and then we'll cut on our fabric, and then we can sew and talk about the gathered part of the dress. So guys, this is everything cut out. This is my side front, center back, side back. So remember to add 1/2 inch on your fabric when you're cutting, so to the middle here. So yeah, that's all. So now cut your lining also exactly the same way, and then we can move straight to sewing. So for sewing, we'll sew this to this, sew this to this, sew this to this, and then you do the same also for the lining. So in case I didn't mention, you cut 2 pieces for your side front. So you can see I have 2 pieces here, and then center front you cut 1 piece on fold. So you can see this is on fold. Then for the center back, 2 pieces. For the side back also 2 pieces. So this is what I mean when I say sew all the panels together. This is my center front opened up. This is my side front here, and second side front here. So you place this over this, and then you sew 1/2 inch all the way to the top, and then you do the same for this also. When you are done, you do the same for the back piece, and then your lining pieces that you also cut exactly the same way, you do the same for that, and then we can then move to the next thing. And so guys, this is everything I've done. I've sewn the neckline. Sorry, I wasn't able to show you how I stitched the neckline and the armhole. So remember, you're not cutting a facing like me, you're cutting an actual full lining that extends all the way down. So I'm using this for obvious reasons. I'm just using it as an illustration for you. So I've sewn the neckline and also sewn the armhole. So this is what this looks like on the right side. Now what you need to do, measure what you have from your shoulders. From your shoulder, measure what you have from here down. From here down, measure it, and then write that somewhere. So from the shoulders down to this part, from here to here, for me is about 24 inches. So what is your own full length measurement? My full length measurement is 62 inches. So I'm going to subtract this 24 inches from my 62 inches. So whatever I get will be the length of ruffle I'll be cutting. So the length of my own ruffle will be 38 inches. So yeah, and this is it right here. This is the length that I'll be cutting. Now for the width, this part, you just need to measure from here round, whatever you get, multiply by 2. So, and then you use that to cut the width of your ruffle, and then you do the same also for the back. So this one will be used for the front and this one will be used for the back. So I hope you got the drift. Now I'm just going to go stitch. I'll gather this here. Once I gather it, I'll gather back to this actual measurement, and then I'll sew this to this, and then I'll sew the other one also to the back piece. So I'm just going to do all of that now, and then I'll show you what the result looks like. I hope you got the drift of everything I've just explained. And guys, this is the completed dress, and if you ask me, it's definitely giving. So if you do everything I've done, everything I've explained just the way I explained it, you would also arrive at the same result. So yeah, this is the back. So all you have to do is to just attach the zipper at the back, and that is all. So I'm going to put this on my mannequin now, just so that you can see how the fit looks. Look at the design, the curve design here. So yeah, if you do recreate this dress, don't forget to drop the picture in the community tab so that others can also see that you made it. So yeah, don't forget to tap the subscribe button below your screen and tap the like button also. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.